In the very first chapter of the Bible, in the book of Genesis, we are introduced to the creation of the world, and one of the most mysterious and intriguing elements of this creation is the firmament. The creation of the firmament, Genesis 1:6-8. The Bible tells us that on the second day of creation, God said, "Let there be a firmament in the midst of the waters, and let it divide the waters from the waters." So God made the firmament and divided the waters which were under the firmament from the waters which were above the firmament. And it was so. God called the firmament heaven, and the evening and morning were the second day. But what exactly is this firmament? The word itself has sparked many debates over the centuries. The original Hebrew word used for firmament is rakia, which means something stretched out or expanded. Many believe it refers to a solid or semi-solid dome or expanse that separates the waters above from the waters below. The waters above and below. To fully understand the firmament, we need to unpack this idea of waters above and waters below. In ancient times, people believed that the universe was structured in layers. Below, we had the earth and the seas, and above the firmament, there were waters, almost like an ocean held back by this great expanse. Many scholars and believers suggest that the waters above could refer to some sort of cosmic water, possibly the clouds or the atmosphere, while others interpret it more symbolically, representing the heavens or even the spiritual realms. The waters below are more straightforward, representing the seas, rivers, and lakes on earth. One fascinating theory that ties into this is the idea that before the flood of Noah, the earth was enveloped by this firmament, which held massive amounts of water, creating an almost greenhouse-like effect. This would have led to a very different climate than we experience today, a more uniform, temperate world. Then when the flood occurred, God opened the windows of heaven, Genesis 7:11, allowing the waters from above the firmament to pour down, contributing to the great flood that covered the earth. The firmament as the sky. Many modern interpretations equate the firmament with the sky or atmosphere. In this view, the firmament is what we see when we look up, the blue sky by day and the stars at night. After all, God later places the sun, moon, and stars in the firmament to give light to the earth. This has led some to believe that the firmament is simply the heavens or the sky where the celestial bodies exist. However, ancient cultures, including the Hebrews, often depicted the firmament as something more solid, a dome or vault that physically separated the heavens from the earth. The idea was that this firmament was like a protective barrier, a boundary that kept the waters above from flooding the earth again, except by divine intervention. The firmament in other ancient texts. Interestingly, the idea of a firmament isn't unique to the Bible. Many ancient cultures, including the Babylonians, Egyptians, and Greeks, had similar concepts. They believed the sky was either a solid dome or an ocean above the earth, and that it played a key role in the order of the cosmos. For example, the ancient Egyptians believed in the goddess Nut, who was the personification of the sky. She was depicted as a woman arching over the earth, her body forming a kind of protective canopy, not unlike the firmament. The Babylonians, in their creation epic, also describe a firmament dividing the waters above and below, showing how widespread this belief was in ancient times. Scientific interpretations and challenges. Fast forward to modern times, and we now know much more about our universe thanks to advancements in astronomy and physics. The idea of a physical firmament as a dome has largely been abandoned by the scientific community. Instead, we understand the atmosphere as layers of gases that surround the Earth, protecting it from space debris and harmful solar radiation. But what about the Bible's description of the firmament? Some theologians and scholars argue that the firmament in Genesis was a poetic or metaphorical description of the sky and the atmosphere as understood by ancient people. Others see it as a reflection of the worldview of the time, explaining the heavens in a way that made sense to early readers. The firmament in modern Christian thought. Despite the scientific challenges to a literal interpretation of the firmament, many Christians still find deep meaning in this concept. For some, the firmament is seen as a representation of God's order and sovereignty over creation. It reminds believers of the grandeur of God's work in creating the heavens and the earth, establishing boundaries between different realms and sustaining the universe. The firmament also plays a key role in understanding the heavens as a place where God's presence is uniquely felt. It separates the mundane from the divine, the earthly from the heavenly, reminding us of the sacredness of the universe and the Creator's power in maintaining balance in life. Symbolism of the firmament. One of the most powerful aspects of the firmament is its symbolic meaning. In biblical literature, the firmament can be seen as a dividing line between heaven and earth, between the physical and the spiritual. The firmament keeps the heavens just out of reach, creating a sense of awe and reverence for what lies beyond. In the book of Ezekiel 1:22, the prophet has a vision where he sees the firmament as the likeness of the firmament upon the heads of the living creatures. This shining, crystal-like expanse reflects the divine glory above it. In Revelation, the firmament plays a role in the end times, where the heavens themselves will be rolled back like a scroll, and the division between heaven and earth will be removed. In many ways, the firmament serves as a reminder of the limits of human understanding. We can see the heavens, but we cannot fully comprehend them. We can feel the rain from above, but we do not have control over the firmament or the forces that lie beyond it. This, for many believers, is a call to humility and faith in God's overarching plan. Concluding thoughts on the firmament. The firmament is one of those fascinating biblical concepts that invites both curiosity and reflection. While it may seem like a simple structure at first glance, it represents much more than a mere division of waters or a boundary for the sky. It is a testament to the order, beauty, and majesty of God's creation. It also reflects humanity's long-held desire to understand the universe and our place in it. In today's world, where science and faith often intersect and sometimes clash, the firmament stands as a bridge between ancient cosmology and modern understanding. It invites us to explore both the physical universe and the spiritual realities it symbolizes. The firmament might no longer be seen as a solid dome holding back cosmic waters, but it continues to serve as a metaphor for the mysteries of the heavens and the boundaries between the seen and the unseen. As we contemplate the firmament, we are reminded that there is much about our world and the universe that remains beyond our grasp. But in that mystery, there is also wonder. And through that wonder, we can continue to seek out the deeper meanings of creation, the universe, and our connection to the divine.